Target error. Insufficient Typhon material found. Standing down.
Why Russia? Why Russian volunteers?
Well, the Russian penal system is quite unforgiving, and their alliance with the Transdai interest economically coincided. It was Catherine Yu's idea. Their mother and Alex saw the advantages.
So, they were murdered because of political convenience and cost savings?
The term murder I would dispute, but I do not wish to lie to you. These two factors made them good candidates for the research development here. It is far easier to persuade a man to volunteer for experimental trials when his other prospects include capital punishment or life in prison.
I would dispute the term volunteer, Doctor. Morgan, hope you don't mind. I was using your workstation.
I found the right materials for the glue gun as well. Was able to make several canisters.
I also found some food on the way up. Left it on the desk. Don't worry, they're alien-proof. I checked them, no twitching. To be sure, I let Igwe sample them first.
Pardon me?
I'm joking, Igwe. I wouldn't willingly expose you to aliens. Or anyone else. That would be inhuman. I never told you why I altered my medical records. I know you were so sure when you were lecturing me, Morgan, saying I was self-efficient. My father, he was imprisoned for questioning the Soviet intervention in India. Many prisoners are lost in Siberian labor camps, but my father vanished. The only thing I knew for certain was TranStar was recruiting volunteers from those labor camps. I came here because of you and Alex and your experiments. To find him, and now I know he was here. I noticed on your computer. You found a set of names and ID numbers from Psychotronics, from Dr. Gallegos. The Russian volunteers were never referenced by name, but I was able to match an ID to my father. We can pull up his records, archived experiment logs. I've already asked a great deal of you, but if you could find that archive in deep storage, I'll finally know what happened to my father. His name was Yuri Andronov, V01065532.
I know Alex. He always has a backup plan. He must.
I'm feeling much better. Legs are fine, vision's clear. Those boosters did the trick.
I hope you don't mind if I use your fabricator. I'd like to help. I wish I could make my way to my quarters. I have some personal effects I'd rather not leave behind. Any luck finding a way off the station? This is certainly better than the cargo crate, but I suspect we are still trapped. I could get access to the sim lab, but that does us little good now. I even began to consider if there are any ways to use the helicopter to escape the station.
Just like you to keep me waiting.
Morgan. I was surprised when Alex began to show up to your test personally. Yet he always greeted you the exact same way.
The security station in the lobby might have weapons.
Got stationed in engineering because paraplaxis prevented me from being a pilot. Now a pilot's what we need.
I tried to get Alex's permission to recalibrate the flow level indicator, but, well, Alex was always, why bother? He assumed you wouldn't notice, and you'd forget anyway.
You really need to organize your tools better. I would hate to see your living quarters.
I've been trying to see what I can access from here, but most of the systems are locked down. Did you know the sim lab, your apartment, had glitches? We had this pigeon that would strike the window in the same place, same time, every 3 minutes. I've always felt that consciousness is more like music than computation. The pigeon thing was maddening. In the end, the programmers found out an animation file was misnamed.
Morgan, the coral is spreading to other parts of the station. I doubt the Typhon are just going to keep building it indefinitely. It must have some end purpose. The discoveries made of Ortelis 1 seem to validate some form of panpsychism. Consciousness is a fundamental force that exists everywhere, to one degree or another. It seems plausible, then, that an organism evolved, which is able to metabolize complex forms of consciousness.
What are you saying? They eat other minds?
Morgan,
Did you cause
You
that?
designed me to
I
assist
hope
you.
you have a plan.
projection
I
of
have
that
more instructions, but I
The
can't
creature that
access them
produced it
until
must
you've
be-
recovered both arming keys.
must be. Morgan,
Been. Oh, Alex must like you.
Specimens required.
Has issued an alert. All personnel should report to muster station immediately and await further instructions.
you said Morgan had gotten medical supplies for you. Were you injured?
There's a lot of them shutting off. Could barely see, was seeing spots. Must have been something down in the power plant.
Spots in your vision? Sounds like white noise. You know, there was a time when we invested research into the white noise phenomenon to see if perhaps it might be tied to psionic ability.
Paraplexis. It is a medical condition, a physical condition. I've heard the speculations you and others like you have made and the claims of the enhanced perceptions. I assure you, there are none, and you have no idea what it is to feel it.
Miss Illusion, my apologies. You are correct, and that was not my intention, but paraplexis, that means no neuromods. Her body would reject them. Why would Transtar have allowed you on this station?
They did not know at the time.
But everyone is screened. How? That is a lot of potential litigation to take on, and the penalties.
Morgan found out. But let me stay.
Well, I'm certainly glad we never scanned you for aptitude data. The complications.
I would not have let you anywhere near me. Morgan, January's been showing me around, telling me, well, everything. I figured you came back because your ears were burning. Don't worry. Not about me and January, anyway. The two of us can hold down the fort here.